Well, I have one question to ask all of you here this evening. And that question is this: is it time to give up?
No.
Right answer. To ask that question a different way, has that golden dream of America as a shining city on the hill, articulated from Americans from John Winthrop to Ronald Reagan, is that a thing of the past?
No.
Have we reached that point that Tocqueville warned us about centuries ago, where democracies must perish because people learn to vote themselves benefits from the public treasury? No. And have we reached that point? Have we reached that point where, as the poet Yeats warned, the moral fiber of our society is so lost that the center cannot hold, things fall apart? No. And have we reached that point? Have we reached that point where our hearts are so hardened that the death of 55 million unborn children from abortion since 1973 has become, to paraphrase Joseph Stalin, a mere statistic? And here in Missouri, have we reached the point where we're happy with being 48th out of 50 in economic growth?
No.
And where other states are lowering taxes, cutting regulation, we're saddling our states, our business creators, our job creators, with high taxes, with burdensome regulation and forced unionization. Is it time to give up?
No.
Well, thank you. I've been taking these questions at heart for a number of years. As you know, as John alluded to, I ran and was elected state representative in 2006. Here in the 13th, what used to be the 13th state rep district, that district's about half of what's now the state Senate district. And in my brief time in the Missouri House of Representatives, as John said, I took leadership positions on a number of important issues. I passed a major pro-life bill. I passed, along with State Senator Scott Roop, a major bill to fight illegal immigration. And that bill was, of course, signed into law by Governor Matt Blunt in 2008. And then there's health care. Well, I know, as you know, I know a little bit about health care. I studied health economics at WashU and health law at SLU, and I'm a medical doctor. But more importantly, every day I meet patients in my office who are concerned about the future of health care, and they're concerned about their own health. You know, the other day I met a woman in her early 60s who's a diabetic, who has chronic renal failure. Her kidneys are failing slowly over years to a decade. And she's worried that someday, she's quite appropriately worried, that someday she may need dialysis. In the post-Obamacare healthcare system, will she be able to get it? And every businessman, every job creator, and for that matter, each and every one of us, is burdened by Obamacare and the threat of its implementation. We need to fight Obamacare at every turn. Now, when I was 17 years old, I spent a summer at Fountain Cafeteria in South St. Louis County, washing dishes and chopping chickens. And I have all 10 fingers despite that summer. And I did save a little money that summer, and I bought, at the encouragement of my uncle Leroy, I bought a life membership to the National Rifle Association, a membership I proudly hold to this day. I'm a CCW holder, I'm a hunter, a target shooter, and I have a 100% pro-gun voting record in the General Assembly. I will fight for your Second Amendment. A few months ago, Allison and I were discussing the possibility of running for Senate, and we convened a family meeting. Where are they? There they are. Bobby, Elizabeth, Michael, Joseph, Christine, and Peter. And we talked about Dad possibly running for state Senate, and our youngest, Peter, who's right there with Allison, raised his hand. Allison taught him well in homeschool. Raised his hand and said, Dad, if we run for Senate, does that mean more parades? And I said, yeah, Peter, it probably does. And he jumped up and down with 8-year-old enthusiasm, and he said, I'm all in. So is it time to give up? No. Let us say, as Churchill once did in a far more dark time in his country's history, never give up. Never, 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 never. Together we can restore liberty. We can take back our state and our country. God bless you all. God bless you.